How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. We are just rounding out my X-Men shelf here so we can kind of just top off the Marvel Legends collection. Like, we'll still get bits and pieces here and there, but 2024 was a banger year. We finished a bunch of teams. We've got like all of my shelf space full. So now we're just doing head swaps in a couple of characters that we don't have. And I didn't have Psylocke, and I wanted a better head sculpt for Gambit, so we got this 3-pack on that Prime Day. It was like $60, which is a little less than it was for retail. I think it was like $70. But yeah, the Gambit head sculpt is super good. Psylocke looks awesome. Don't really care about Banshee. I already have the female Banshee, and a male named Banshee doesn't make sense because if you don't know, a Banshee is an Irish spirit and they're always female. So kind of a lame duck. I know he's the older X-Men character, but I don't really care for him. Probably going to get rid of him. With all that being said, let's take a closer look at the box and we'll get these bad boys and girl open. Taking a look at the box, you can see it says Marvel Legends series, Gambit, Banshee, and Psylocke, and then it says X-Men, and we get a render of all three characters right there. On the back, we get renders with names and accessories. On this side, we get some classic Jim Lee art. On this side, we get renders once again of headshots of the figures, 60 years at the top, bottom of the box, and with all that being said, let's get this 3-pack open. As you can see, we've got the three of them out of the box. We've got Psylocke in the middle. She's got a wonderful face sculpt. It's really nice. She looks really good. And she's on that shriek body, so we've seen it before, but it does have some additions like those straps. I think those are glued on or sculpted on. I'm not sure which. So the lower legs are new, so the torso and all that. So those legs are new, and we've got a new head sculpt there for Psylocke, and of course we've seen that katana before, but now it's in translucent purplish pink, so we'll go over accessories later. And then we've got this wonderful Gambit head sculpt that is not going to stay on this figure because it would be wasted on here. You can see he's also some reuse on that body, but we've got some gloves and some straps and boots that are made specifically for this mold, and the same thing can be said for Banshee, but with the also addition of the wings and the pegs to hold the wings in that torso with the collar. So he does have a different torso and all that stuff, but they all look really good. They look like they're wearing uniforms, as they should, because they were all wearing uniforms at this point. I don't know why, I haven't read that comic, but it's not a team I'm going to assemble all together. I really just wanted Psylocke in that Gambit head, so yeah. Checking out their height, Gambit stands at just under 6.5, Psylocke stands just under 6, and Banshee stands at like 6 1/4, something like that, close. For articulation, we will start with Psylocke. So head comes forward and head back is blocked by the hair. Side to side is also blocked. Shoulders come up over 90 degrees. We get a bicep cut, double elbows, which are beautiful. We get a ball peg in the upper torso, no ab crunch or butterfly joints, because like I said, this is mostly reuse of the shriek torso. Legs come up to the side. Double knees. She can kick her own butt quite easily. We get a thigh cut. Do we get a boot cut? No boot cut, but we do get rockers and wrist pegs and all that stuff. So she can do some psionic ninja poses, because you know her ability is making psionic weapons out of psychic energy. So she's a pretty cool character. It's my first chance I got to get a Psylocke, and honestly, I would want the classic suit when they make it, but she's still pretty cool and she poses pretty well. But Psylocke on that ultra articulated like Black Widow Captain Marvel body would be ideal. And we'll just go over Gambit for the male because they are on the same body other than this torso, and they have the same articulation scheme, which is an ab crunch. So let's get started. Forward, backward, he's got a lot more movement than Psylocke does. To the side, shoulders 90 degrees, butterfly joints, bicep cuts, double elbows, ab crunches. Is there a boot? No glove cut. Pegs at the wrists, legs come forward, no drop down hip, to the side and back. He can kick his own butt. We do get a thigh cut. We do get a boot cut and rockers. So Gambit, Banshee, both of them can do the poses you would expect them to be able to do. So yeah, pretty cool. So let's check out their accessories. We'll do Banshee first. Like I said, it's stupid that his name is Banshee because the Banshee is a female Irish Ghost. So we have a screaming head, which does not have sideburns. It does have very, very nicely sculpted detail though, so we've got some fine lines in there. And then we get an alternate head sculpt in a neutral phase with those big old mutton chops. So there's an Irish looking guy. And then he gets 2 fists for swappable hands. And then I'll show you his wings as well. I may keep him, I may not get rid of him just because I don't have the male banshee, but it's just stupid that that's his name. I do have his, I believe it's his niece, the female banshee, but as you can see, that's how they did it. They put these pegs on the boots and the arms and in the sides to get his wings to stay on, which is different than the female banshee. So that's his accessories. For psylocke, we get an open palm hand and another grabbing hand. She has a grabbing hand and a fist there on her body, and then we get her psionic katana with an energy effect to make it more psionic and stuff. And then she gets another, like a psionic little dagger thingy, and it just slips over her wrist and her fist slots into there. You already saw them on her, so it's not really too complicated, but it is nicely sculpted. And that's her accessories. And then your boy, Ramila boy, he has the 2 gripping hands for holding the weapons and stuff, you know. He needs that down in the bayou. And then, sorry, bad Cajun accent. And then we've got his bow staff down here, you know, mon ami, because he needs that to smack some people upside the head, because some people need some sense, man. I'm getting kind of Jamaican there, I don't know where that's going. And then we've got a leather bag. That's for use. We've seen that plenty of times in Marvel Legends. And then we get a hand specifically for holding his charged up card, which in this case is an Ace of Hearts. And you just slot it between his fingers and it works perfectly. It's nice, vivid purplish pink. And then we get his card throwing hand, which we've also seen before with a couple of other aces. All the aces are there. We got the diamond, spade, and whatever the other one is. I don't remember, but yeah. So those are their accessories. Here they are next to retro card Gambit and the female banshee from the Bonebreaker wave. And I think that's his niece. I don't think it's his daughter. I think it's his niece. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But that head sculpt is going to be going on this Gambit, although it would have looked better on the other release because the headgear is black and that one's blue to match the rest of the bodysuit. But it really doesn't matter. It could be black for him. It's okay. But I'll show you guys really quick. Isn't that just perfect? Like, I'll do more in photography, but yeah, that's an awesome Gambit head sculpt. It's amazing. Here they are next to Wolverine and Rogue. And then lastly with Scott and Jean. So I think that about does it. We got some good comparisons in there. So with all that being said, y'all, it's a really cool 3-pack. Well, 2 out of 3. This Gambit's awesome. Head sculpt is going somewhere else, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with the body, but you can use it for a different X-Men if you wanted. And the psylocke, I don't have one. It's not my favorite costume of her, but I do have one finally. Eventually they'll release a pinless classic psylocke, so we'll have an extra head sculpt for that and some extra effects pieces. We got a better Gambit head sculpt, so totally worth it to me. If you guys like this video, smash like, hit subscribe, check out the Patreon, check out my 2 giveaway videos, comment down below, let me know what you think of this 3-pack. If you have it, if you're passing, if you're waiting for a new pinless, completely updated Gambit, or if you're just doing the head swaps, how your day is going, just let me know what's up. I love you. I will see you next time, and bye-bye.